SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 8 in the NFL, and right now it's Monday afternoon. So what we do every Monday afternoon is we discuss the Thursday night game with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Right now we're going to discuss Carolina at Tampa Bay. Joe, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter. It's always a pleasure.
All right, before we get into this is a tough one. Some of these Thursday night games, I'm like, man, we're going to nail a winner here. This one looking pretty tough to me. Before we get into it, though, brag a little bit about how you're doing at OffshoreInsiders.com this year.
OffshoreInsiders.com. It's been a tremendous year for Joe Duffy's picks. The anchor of OffshoreInsiders.com or other services on there doing extremely well, especially Stevie Vincent. But my picks, Joe Duffy's picks, we go back 26 years of being public, back to the Score Phone days, having a tremendous year in the NFL, over 60% for the year going back to week 3 of the preseason. And this week is going to be one of our stronger weekends in college football, the early metrics tell me. I haven't finalized my plays, but it looks like it's going to be a great weekend in college football especially.
All right, Thursday night, Carolina at Tampa Bay. Now, this game at first glance, obviously Carolina is a team with all the momentum. I have to assume the public's going to be betting them. Tampa Bay 0-6, 1-5 against the spread. And their last 2 games, they got beaten handily by good but flawed teams, sort of the same makeup as Carolina. Carolina, on the other side, easily blew out 2 bad teams and got covers there, which also have, on paper, at first glance, on the surface at least, same makeup as Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay loses Doug Martin now. If Tampa Bay could have gotten a couple of touchdowns instead of field goals last week, it might have been a different result. But, now they have to face this tough front seven of Carolina. So I guess, the first thought is that Carolina under a touchdown might have some value. But then again, it is, a Thursday night game. Home underdog in the NFL is always very attractive to bet. I'm not exactly sure what I think right now. Joe Duffy, what do you make of these lines?
Well, it's kind of funny. A lot of times when we do this, you steal my thunder, which means great minds think alike. A lot of the times you say some of the stuff I was going to say, but not here. I'm surprised you didn't mention both the public and the sharps. We've been keeping an eye on Cam Newton. Is he ever going to break out this phenomenal rookie that we saw 2 years ago and then had a horrible sophomore campaign, but then finished last year strong, then started this year shaky? He has had 2 phenomenal back-to-back weeks. In fact, he is the only quarterback in the NFL, not even Peyton Manning, had 2 straight weeks with a quarterback rating of 136 or above. So maybe the short week, the fact will keep him in a groove. That will help him. And we always say, as a general rule of thumb, blindly, that the home team is going to benefit when both teams are playing on a short week. But I think one of my golden rules in NBA handicapping kind of applies here. We talk about in the NBA when a team's playing 3 games, 4 nights, 5 games, and 7 nights, that adrenaline and momentum is the best cure for any tired legs. Well, Carolina, all of a sudden, they're ticking. Cam Newton has been sensational the last 2 weeks. So the fact that they've got all the momentum going their way, I don't think the short week is going to hurt them quite as much. And Tampa Bay, you said they've been lousy. Again, Doug Martin hasn't been having a great sophomore campaign, but he's still a pretty good weapon. Everything's going wrong for Tampa Bay. So I think this week, with Carolina having the momentum, the short week's actually going to benefit the road favorite.
All right, well, if you glance at SBRodds.com, you can really see how line shopping matters when you're betting NFL lines, because right now Tampa Bay is widely available at +6 or +6.5, and the total is also between 39.5 and 40.5. So your pick is going to be on Carolina. We can give you -6 on that.
Yes, it is, and that I do love your odds comparison sites. I use that myself.
All right, Joe Duffy taking Carolina -6 on Thursday night. We'll see how it turns out. Thanks, Joe.